Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make UI in your Roblox game. I'm going to go over buttons and frames and everything like that, tweening those buttons and frames to make everything look good. So to start, to make UI, you need a screen GUI because if I just put a frame into starter GUI, it won't show up. So put it in there, then it shows up, we can select it and move it around. We're gonna be making, let's make a little settings menu. So we can put this centered, and you'll know it's centered when these green lines come up. So this is just that x-axis, and then the y will come up right there, and you can just set it right in the middle, and it will lock into that position too. Makes it a lot easier. And for this frame, we're gonna make it look nice. We're gonna make it look good. So we'll put this. We'll line it up just like that. This is going to be the title. So with text labels and text buttons are basically the same thing, but you can click one and you can't click the other. And then image labels and image buttons are the same thing, but you can click one, you can't click the other. Image buttons are the same as text buttons when it comes to scripting, but obviously one's an image and one is text. But I like text buttons. I don't really use image buttons that much unless I'm making icons. But for UI, text buttons, definitely the easier way to go. It's easier to scale, everything like that. So we're going to pick a font. I like Fredoka 1, but we'll use a different one for this video. And we'll just do this little arcade one. And we'll call this settings. And then we're gonna make it look nice. So we'll add UI corners to it, and then we'll add UI stroke. So UI corner just bends the edges, and you can change the corner radius to be whatever you want. I'm gonna make it 5, so it's slight. And we'll do a white outline on this, and we'll change the background of the text label to be a nice gray color. And this font doesn't scale well, so I'm gonna change it over to this font because it scales a lot better. And I want a UI stroke. I want this to have a border too, so I'll just set this to border, and you can see it looks pretty nice. So what I'm gonna do actually is take the color of this text label and we'll just throw it into the frame, and we're also gonna take the border stroke and the corner and then just paste it in the frame as well. Everything lines up nice. This kind of intersects there and it makes it look good. And then we're going to add a close button. So we'll just take this and we'll make it smaller. Background transparency to 1. Put our font in. Make it scaled. Text to X. Change the color of the button to be a nice red color. And we can even add a stroke to it if we want. Make it look a little nicer. Put it right there in the corner. There you go. Now inside of this frame, obviously this is settings, so we can add a text button, and I'm just gonna make one for music control. So it's gonna be really basic. This isn't something you would actually want to publish in your game because this doesn't look good. But toggle music, and then we'll just make it green because the music. We'll just leave it as black. It's whatever. Add a stroke in that button, make it contextual, and then now you can click that. There's a lot of white there, and it does not look good, but we're not going for good, we're going for functional. Because obviously you can go through, customize your UI how you want it. Now, we'll do an image button, because I'll be showing text buttons right there with that close button. They're basically the same thing. So we'll go into our toolbox, and then decals, and we'll do settings icon. We'll just grab one from here. This one looks nice. We'll grab that and we'll throw it right here. And then I'm actually gonna make this button. I'm gonna try to make it look nice. We'll see what I can do. But put that button in there. Background transparency to 1. And in that frame, we'll rename this to open shop. We'll rename this frame to settings, or make this open settings, not shop. with that, we're gonna grab both of them, put them lined up right there. Okay, in this frame, we're gonna add a UI corner and a UI stroke, as always. Those are my go-tos when I'm making UI. I like to have both of those in there. Make a background color, we'll set it to like a nice gray. And now we got a button, big button on the side of the screen, and we'll scale it to make it more reasonable. It's good enough. That looks decent. Obviously, it doesn't look good, but it's good enough. And I think actually it would look better if we just took it here, took that image button, put it right here, got rid of the UI stroke. We don't even need the corner. It looks better without the frame. It does. So we'll add a local script into our screen GUI. We're just going to do one script that handles everything, so we don't have to worry about adjusting having multiple scripts. It's easier to just have one. We'll call this UI handler, and we'll change this name to open settings. So to start, we're also going to be doing animations and everything like that with this script, because right now if we load into the game, we click the buttons, nothing will happen. It'll just stay the same. So first thing before we script is we want a sound effect. If you want a sound effect, this is not what I want. I want like a bubble pop. Okay. These are not what I want. I gotta find a UI pop. There we go. This is what I want. We'll do this sound effect. We'll just copy the ID, make a sound under the script, paste it in there, check the volume. You can adjust the volume down here. Make sure looped and playing are disabled. Make sure those are off. And then you can adjust the volume to be whatever level you want it to be. Just make sure it sounds good. So we can start with local shop frame, or we're doing settings. Settings frame equals to script.parent.settings. Then we'll do local open settings. I just did this video. I'm re-recording it now. I was making a shop, so equals script.parent.open settings, local close settings, script.parent.settings dot, what did we call it? We didn't name it, did we? This is gonna be close settings dot close. And we'll do, let's get the sizes, since no, we can start with the functions actually, and we'll do that. It's gonna be okay. Local settings open equals utim2.new. So this is gonna be the size or the position of the settings. We're starting with the animations now. We're just gonna go through the variables one by one till we have everything we need. Grab the position of the shop, paste it into these, get rid of the brackets, and then we'll do local settings closed utim2.new, and we'll take this and we'll just set the Y position, and we'll make it 3, probably 1.5. Copy this, then I'm gonna reset it. 1.5, delete, delete, delete. Alright, and then we can do, to make editing your UI easier, obviously you don't want your size to be down, down where it's getting moved to, or your position. Instead of it being way down here and you have to bring it up each time to edit it, we can just set this to be not visible. So when you're working on your game, you don't have that in the middle. Change the visibility to false. And inside of our UI handler script, we're gonna do settings frame dot position is equal to shop settings closed. And then settings frame dot visible equals true. So that just, since this isn't in a function, this will run right when the game loads, right? Whenever the script gets loaded, it will run. We'll set this to be visible and it will push it down, so it's not up in the screen. we'll start by making functions for opening and closing the shop. So we'll do local function open UI, and then add an end, and then local function close UI, and then we'll do open settings dot mouse button click connect function, and then we'll make it open UI. Then we'll do close settings dot mouse button click connect function, and then close UI. And then we're also going to do a hover animation for the button. So that's what we're going to do next before we get to scripting these animations. So we'll do local open start is equal to udem2 dot new. We're going to grab the position of, or the size. We're going to be scaling the size of this one. Copy that size, paste that size, remove the brackets, and then we'll do local open hover udem2.new, and then we want the size when they're hovering over it, so we'll do that. It's a little big, but adjust it how you want it. And then we'll move the brackets out, and then we can do open settings dot mouse enter connect function, and we'll do open settings tween size, then we want open hover, and then enum.easing direction.out, and then we want enum.easing style dot, and then you set the style to whatever you want. Go through and see what they do. I like sign, and then 0.2 seconds, and then we'll copy this, and then we'll paste it right here, and we'll make this say mouse sleeve. We want to change it to open start. So now if we load in, hover over this, it gets to that size and it goes back, but clicking it does nothing. So we gotta make that work. So we're gonna go into this function here, and we're gonna say settings frame tween position. We want it to go to shop settings open. Then we want to set our style, so enum.easing style, or we'll just start with direction so it's consistent. Direction is out, enum.easing styles sign, and then we'll do 0.5 seconds. Copy that, put it right here, and then just change this to settings closed. We'll make the style to in. And I think that should be it. I'll have this link, and I'll have the link for this whole thing, this whole screen GUI, in the description if you want to just look at the code and try to learn from it. But this is very simple. This is the easiest way to do this. I can't think of an easier way. So click play, and then click settings, brings it up, close it, brings it down. But we do need to add the sound effects, which we added right here, the little pop sound effect. So we can make another variable, and we'll say local sfx equals script.sound. We'll do sfx play, sfx play. We can even add like a swoosh sound effect if you want, and just put it under here, and just put another one. And we should probably just put the SFX into the clicking so it doesn't play too late. It'll just sound better, I think. There you go. And then for this button, for the background music, we can grab just a basic sound. Yep, we'll grab that one. For the music toggle, that's what we're doing here. Then we'll add, so we can either do it, we'll do it in here. We're gonna have to add a sound, and we'll call this music, and we'll put that in there. We got the music, so we'll do local music equals script.music, and we'll do music play. Just have it playing, we'll loop it. And we're going to keep playing off. We're just going to play it from this. So we'll do settings frame dot music dot mouse click connect function. Then we'll do music dot playing equals not music dot playing. That should work. Settings, toggle music, toggle music. There you go. So that's how you toggle your music. It's super simple. You know, 5 lines. That's all you need. So I can't think of anything else to show in terms of UI. Obviously there's scrolling frames, there's so much more that you can do with UI. This is just the basics, the easiest way to make good looking UI, tweening it, adding music, adding buttons, adding everything like that. And that's it for this video. Leave a comment of anything else that you want to learn about Roblox Studio, and I'll teach you. If you need any help, you can message me on Discord, and it will be in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.